We are streaming, and I'm just gonna do a little check to make sure that we have noise, actual legitimate sound, because I typically suck at all of these things. Typically fail every like 5 days. That just goes kaput.
It's on the bottling line.
Yeah, like the bottling line.
One day you don't use it, the next day it's fucked.
Yeah,
and you're like, what?
We were just going.
You're slowly learning more and more things, though, don't you?
Yeah, that's it.
You know, by the end of it, you'll be able to rebuild the whole thing.
Yeah, no, that's it. I think that's what happens when you buy a really sort of moderately. I think any Italian-made anything aside from
antiquated
shit. It's like you're gonna buy this and you're actually learn how to tear it apart completely.
Totally,
and by the end of that experience, you're actually gonna know how to operate it.
I just spent 3 years rebuilding a motorcycle, and it feels like bottling every day. The bottling line feels like that. It's exactly like that.
All right, well, jumping straight onto the comments, guys, thank you so much for chiming in. Welcome to day number 29. So considering we are in a leap year, I can legitimately say that I've done this for an entire month. Yesterday we had the 28 days later joke. I don't look that bad, I don't think, after 28 days later. But 29 days later, I'm feeling really good, and tonight we have an amazing guest with us. This is Brendon Keys, aka BK, aka BK Wines. But before we get you to introduce yourself, mate, would you like a glass of wine?
I would.
You probably need a glass of wine. Now, I've got a selection of wines, because a lot of these have actually been consumed already. But I feel it would be really cool to be able to try last night's guest wine.
Yeah, cool.
Which would be really awesome. Because have you tried much stuff from Kangaroo Island?
Island Estate.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So I believe this gentleman might have worked for them, or at some particular point in time.
Yeah, Stoke Wines, doing heaps of cool shit.
Really cool stuff, actually. We tried the sort of new thing that they've done
with Charlotte.
Yeah,
rad.
It's kind of insane.
Cool.
But anyway, Brendon, thank you for coming on. We've had quite a history.
A long history.
We've had a long history. I'm very glad to say that Brendon, after how many years has it been? At least 5 years. Returned my jumper leads. He brought them back. You know, this is what happens in the country. You never forget the things that you lend to other people. Thank you very much for bringing my jumper leads back to me.
I've had them there, and I was like, fuck, I need to go out. I need to catch up with you guys. And then 2 or 3 times I've been out here, I never brought the leads. And then yesterday I saw them in the shed, and I was like, oh, this is so
This is too good. This is just
exactly.
it's content, people. It's what we live for. And thank you. Oh yes, Supersonic Turtle 02 from Twitch. Yes, we do have double Brendons today. I was joking about today how I had tried to con you into a photograph ages ago, because you know you have three marvelous dogs.
No, Mazzy passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
She's the oldest one. She was 15, yeah.
So it was back when we were both working. Well, you were at Revenue. I was working at Revenue.
Yes.
And
big dog, little dog.
Big dog, little dog. Because I
have you still got 2?
No.
Yeah.
We Bordeaux passed away. There we go. We can share toast. Mazzy and Bordeaux.
Yeah.
Because I had a little Nissan Navara. You've got the Amarok, and you got it's like everything Brendon does is bigger than me. I was so jealous.
I wouldn't say that.
Not of them. No. Sorry. Going for a walk around here, it's a completely different space now. It's utterly next level. But Brendon, so what's your? I seem to remember now. We've shared many drinks. Before.
Yeah, we used to the beer house.
Yeah,
frequented
many
a lot,
beer house
didn't
things. I do
First
remember.
time you brought Saparavi.
Yes.
That almost kind of broke our friendship.
Yeah, it did. It's pretty bad. to be fair.
No, it wasn't your Saparavi.
No, it wasn't our Saparavi. No, absolutely not. But I do remember you have an amazing story in wine that spans many different countries.
Yes.
And still relatively does.
Yes.
Like, so where have you worked? I think it's like because I think a lot of people might not know how sort of far travelled you.
Yeah, so
I
I started winemaking and studied winemaking in New Zealand.
Yep.
And then when I finished studying, I had this idea that I wanted to come to Australia. Before I studied winemaking, I was selling wine in London for a couple of years, and to go back even further, I first got into wine with Kirsty and I living in the French Alps. And the people's house we looked after in the French Alps owned a company called Majestic Wines in London.
Of course, yeah, okay.
And
no, Majestic.
So that's where I really got into wine. And it was kind of a really cool thing. Like Tatachilla was doing loads of cool stuff. They had all those, that was kind of a hub of really cool winemakers in McLaren Vale.
Yes.
And
totally.
So when I finished studying, went back to New Zealand, finished studying in New Zealand, and then moved to McLaren Vale and worked for Wera. That was my first job.
Now, obviously Nick last night that came on here.
Nick's there now. Yes,
he's at Wera now. And it's actually really interesting because when I first got into wine, McLaren Vale was still the place. I first moved to Adelaide was 2010, I think.
Yeah.
And McLaren Vale was that hot spot, and still is a massive hub of amazing winemakers.
Yeah.
And they sort of started to migrate towards Adelaide Hills around 2011 or 12?
Yeah, well, it was Barossa, then it was McLaren Vale, and then lucky enough now it's Adelaide.
Yeah, so we kind of decided to join the conduit between the two.
Yeah.
And so how did you find because do I remember correctly you spent some time in Argentina?
Yes. So I was at Wera, then I left Wera and worked in California.
Yeah.
And California led to my boss in California wanted to set up a new winery in Argentina with some Argentinian business partners, and I got sent down there to set up the winery and help try and make it all work.
Yeah, right.
So I ended up being the narc in between.
Yeah.
It was tough. It was really hard.
So, but because Kirsten, your lovely wife, is an amazing friend as well, has been chiming in pretty much every night as well. Yeah. I'm sorry, we steal her away for an hour.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
So she came along for all of this.
Yeah. So no, I went to the US by myself.
Yeah.
And because Kirsty's an RN,
yeah,
a registered nurse, so she's kind of was always the stable income. Yeah. And within my instability. So,
feel you, bro.
Yeah. So then, so she stayed here, and I was in California, and then I came back, and an opportunity came up, and so we decided to go to Argentina for 2 years, give it a go, and after Kirsty arrived, she goes, "Oh man, I can't do this," and it just works at a different speed.
Yeah.
Control chaos is exactly what, Argentina, some of the most beautiful people I've ever met.
Yeah.
I made some incredible friends who I still stay in contact with all the time.
Yeah.
And but it's so different from the way we live. So we decided to come back, and that was 2006.
Yeah,
so that's when we moved to Lobethal and brought the house in Lobethal.
Because we lived pretty much a street away from each other for a while.
Yeah, so what year?
We're in David Street.
What year did you buy that place?
2011, I reckon. I reckon you sold maybe 2012. No?
No, later than that.
So we had so many run-ins. Just the Brendons, BK, BC. We could have been a thing, bro. It could have been a thing. Well, speaking of organised chaos and working at a different pace, it is happy hour. And so I would jumping straight to the comments because the comments are already blowing up, and this is what we always expect, mate. We got Amanda, thank you so much. Hi BK and BCC. She thinks it's a thing. Justin Hess, I should acknowledge that you were the first one on the comments today. Again, I think you're on a bit of a roll here. Like that's like a 4 to 5 day run. It is very impressive. For me, it's very impressive. Happy Friday. Yes, it's Happy Friday.
That was it. I was like, we're going to do Friday. I got dressed up, feel like I'm going out somewhere. So I got to do Friday night.
You see all these memes that people are like, oh, it's bin day today, and people are just getting dressed up to go outside. How have you handled sitting inside so much? Have you been sitting inside so much?
Well, the winery's at home.
Yeah, which awesome thing to have right now, to be fair.
And it's only in the last week and a half I've started to really feel it. Like we've been in vintage mode, and for 6 weeks I hadn't been past Piccadilly Valley anyway, so I was pretty stoked. It didn't feel like we isolate for 2 months every year around this time anyway. So
because you usually You're one of the ones I watch because I like to be able to benchmark ourselves on the timing of other people's vintage, but you are always in barley the first. Because every winemaker basically it starts to hit winter and they're just done. They're just ready to like get out of there.
Every birthday, Kirsty's birthday for the last 5 years has been in barley.
So when's her birthday?
It's 18th of June.
18th of June. Mate, you guys have, like, because
So-
I have mates that go to Bali all the time, and I haven't actually asked yet, like, your Bali tips. I really want to, like, because I reckon you've got a fair few.
Well, I just, because we have a young family and we're with our family all the time, but you're not really spending time with them. We're just working and going through the motion of it, and we're sharing the same house. Whereas once we go to Bali, it's just relax, 100% family time, and it's almost a reconnection.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we live completely separate lives, but we've got young boys, and it's
You
like
can focus.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you live at work.
Yeah,
I think.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So
So
we try and go, and by then your palate's kind of worn out too.
I was going to ask, do you take wine with you?
No, I don't drink any. And I drink a single glass of wine the whole time I'm there.
Laura and I, Laura actually lived in Thailand growing up, and I spent a lot of time going there growing up as well. And so we've always kind of navigated towards like Thailand.
Yeah.
And then we went and did Bali a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We're actually intending to go there sort of round about now as well. And then obviously everything happened, and we had such low expectations, and they were so wrong. They were so incredibly wrong because we just thought,
it's just easy,
it is amazingly easy. It's amazingly,
and it's so well priced. And a solid diet of bintang and mee goreng for 2 weeks
works.
Doesn't kill you.
That's right.
But then you come home and you're like, the barrels are in a better place. The wines have chilled out a bit more, and you go back and your palate's so alive. You're like, wow, fuck, I can't wait to taste wine again.
Because what, you're sick are you excited about wine, or are you just sick of bintang? What's the...
No.
It's like,
yeah. Well, I definitely
really know, so what are you doing?
I'm not looking for bintang in Australia, I tell you that.
Yeah. Well, Wine to the Stars is chiming in on Instagram. Mate, thank you so much. Said, g'day, fellas. Sophie Horseman on Facebook. Bonjour. She's chiming in at 7 in the morning.
Bonjour.
In fact, in France. Yuko, Brendan Carter and Brendan Keys. That's exactly right. His name's just spelt wrong. Double Brendons. No, it's a Brendan and Brendon.
And no Brenton.
There's no Brenton or Brandon. Or Braden. Like none of these things. They're not even real. We're real. Laura, are we allowed to pour and drink? Oh, according to Terry, yes. Well, Laura, is Terry allowed to pour and drink? Yeah, oh man, I'm struggling to keep up with it. You guys are just like smacking it. Sean Lau, BK, is chiming in. Alessandro Ragazzo, we were just talking about you before. Something about gamba casks.
No, about crossflow.
Brendon, I'm not sure which one you're referring to, Sam, but got dinner on, would like your advice on what to match with it. Pork, bacon, sauerkraut, potato, apple, onion, cider, thyme, and juniper. I'm going to say all the things. You should open up your entire cellar, bench blend the entire... No, I'm kidding. What do we got? Pork, bacon, sauerkraut, high acid. That's fun. Potato, apple, also high acid. You get a lot of acid going on. Cider, thyme, and juniper, high acid and bitter. That's a fun. It's literally called Sam's name on Facebook was called Sam Leg of Lamb, which is very, very ironic considering he's got pork, no lamb in this.
Texture white with a little higher pH. Kind of Viognier,
Just soften the acid.
Yeah, exactly. Or just kind of...
Sauvignon? Does Sauvignon have high pH?
No. No, it holds pH beautifully well.
Gruner.
Gruner would work, yeah. It's something lush. Something a little bit, 3 or 4 grams residual, beautiful. Something textural. Yeah.
Maybe like a Chenin? Like a demi-sec Chenin maybe? Or are we going to go maybe not that sweet? Big guns are out tonight. Jimmy B, do you have any more fruit to come? We're still waiting. Should kick off next week. So James Aronofsky, Small Island Wines over in
yeah. Awesome guy. Yeah,
really wicked.
I hooked up with him when I was down there a few months ago.
Amazing gamay. Did you get to try his gamay?
No, we passed each other in the street. He was showing wine, and he was delivering wine, and I was showing wine. Yeah.
James, we need more of your game here desperately, as much as you can spare. Your lovely wife Kirsten has chimed in as well. She's supporting. Okay, so Terry, I love the fact that Supersonic Turtle 02 on Twitch was quicker than Terry today to play the drink game. Apparently graphic means drink if we play.
Okay.
Funky graphics. But I feel we've got a hey, new wine label, B squared. Maybe hip to B squared.
Oh my god.
It's hipsters B squared. Anyway.
Oh well and truly. Yeah. Everything's sitting a year of creativity. Yeah, super creative this year.
Were you guys hit with like any of the growers that you deal with hit with smoke taint?
Yep. So no Sauvignon whatsoever, because that's from our good friends at Golding.
Right.
And our Kenton Valley Chardonnay vineyard now is completely gone.
So how creative have you had to be?
Next year, 4 single vineyard Chardonnays coming out.
I'm just gonna say that's really Noah's like tight. I agree. That's pretty tight.
Experimental, lucky enough to pick up some bits and pieces from a couple of new vineyards, but didn't really want to move too far away from where we were taking the brand anyway.
Yeah.
You just have to. It is what it is. It's Mother Nature doing its thing. So we got to just kind of roll with it. A lot more attention to detail this year because we have a bit more time on our hands in the winery.
Yeah, I suppose, Kirsten's been chiming in saying that Corona has been great for family time, but unfortunately, of course, no barley time this year.
So what is it? It's I heard the other day. It takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a vineyard to homeschool them. So
yeah. All right. So before we jump onto a couple of other questions, because there's actually some genuinely amazing questions that are coming in tonight. Thank you so much, guys. You've brought some wine.
Yeah.
You've brought some wine to test.
I was thinking that it was for 60 minutes, and I'd get you to blind taste one every 20.
All right, well, we are literally 5:19, so let's do this. Let's do this. It's actually so we are. It is that favourite time of the evening for all of you. We are doing blind tasting, and people. The sock thing has become a thing. Josh Picken has set the sock thing because then Sean Lau's copied this. Not copied, but he improved.
Yeah.
Sean Lau improved the sock, and I think you may have improved it again. Does that just say Cash?
Yeah.
Does that say like legit Cash? Oh, it is Johnny Cash. Oh man, and it's like so. This is Corky McCorkface. It is everyone's favourite dad bod spittoon of sorts. Black glass. Here we go. This is an awesome sock. People are just vibing on the sock. I love it. I love it.
Are you a short pour or a long pour for taste?
Yeah, let's go a long-ish pour. Can we split the diff? I'm super excited because last time we seriously nudged it. Right? We were at your house.
Yeah. Okay.
And I walked in the kitchen. No. We were at Basket Range.
In Basket Range.
And Callum, where were we? Callum Beale, from Beale & Co.
Yeah.
And I walked into the kitchen,
Ooh.
and there was like 5 bottles of Prairie Rock of like varying vintages just open, and you were like, I decided tonight was the night. I was just gonna raid the cellar, and the best thing was you were home alone. There was no one there. I was like, okay, yeah, cool, we're gonna be there. So I'm gonna put the comments down. We are gonna answer some of those questions that you guys asked before because there's some really, really sort of good ones there. People are asking the Brendons. I like how we're plural.
The Brendon, exactly.
The Brendons.
The team.
Oh, dude, this is, wow, okay. Really? Okay. don't want to look at the. Does it have a logo on it? I don't want to. Okay. Is it touch and go? Nah. Is it meant to?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to.
Is it meant to smell this foxy? This sort of like Zabibo like aromatic?
Yeah.
It is meant to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because I. For some reason, I thought maybe you served me like the Akota Barrels Isabella, you know, like, 'cause it has that sort of foxy thing going on. It's the rootstock, it's the American rootstock, Labrusca, but it's Labrusca.
Yeah, Labrusca.
Yeah, that's what it smells like. It is a little bit musty. Yeah, she's been kissed by the cork.
Yeah.
She's not been fucked by the cork, but just kissed by it. Has been shortened by the cork. The cork is more than kissed. It's kind of like open mouthed it, but not corked. It's been. I think just a bit of air is going to help this wine a little bit. It doesn't smell it. It doesn't smell it at all. I don't think it does. This is fun. Okay, so old world, new world. You know how to play this game.
Old world.
I'm going to go old world. No, I'm not asking you.
No,
You're meant to ask me. So here are the 3 countries that I think it is. It is old world. It is old world.
Yeah.
Okay. So countries. What are my country choices?
Corsica.
Right. I was feeling it was. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Slovenia.
Yeah.
Japan.
Oh, this is cruel. Corsica, Slovenia, Japan. Okay. This is going to be one of these real fucked up varieties. I'm just going to say I feel like it's Japan because I haven't tried something like this out of Corsica that got this it's not residual sweet, it's bone dry. It's
I know, but all through Europe, there's more and more of the Lambrusca has been planted too.
I don't think it's Labrusca though.
No, varietals. There's those foxier varietals.
The Froxy, yeah. No, it certainly is, but I feel this. This is. I don't know. This sounds weird, but like I've had the fortunate experience of having at least a fair few Japanese wines before. This feels just quirky enough to be Japanese, and I just don't think Corsica would do this. And Sardinia, like I think you would be crucified if you did. So either like hyper natural wine people in those 2 places, or it has to be Japan. I'm gonna go with Japan.
That's Japan.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
It's Japan. This is so much. This is the best thing about Japanese wines. Japanese wines are some of the most exciting wines because they have no preconceived idea of what they need to do. And they will never, and they've tried because I know that big Burgundy money has rolled into North Island, Hokkaido way, and started buying up vineyards, and it's not kind of flown. Whereas, like the actual Japanese always walk their own path. They just do their own shit.
That's
sometimes
that's why we
but
love it though. You know, and attention to detail but also their sheer passion for everything, but also backing themselves.
Yeah. There's a lesson to be learnt there actually. Is this why it's in the cash stock?
It's actually just blown off.
Really pretty.
And normally when I see this wine, they can be a bit soapy, but it's not. It's got a line through it, which is cool.
Reminds me of Wachi.
Of what?
Wachi, the Japanese chewy.
Yes.
Oh
It's
yeah.
Wachi.
Yeah.
All right, so okay, we're in Japan. Subregions of Japan.
I think. Is there 4?
There's 4. Hokkaido, Fuji. There is
4 islands.
or 4 islands. We're going to choose an island.
Or they're 4 wineries.
No, I think it's all a bit vague. Like the guy who gave me the bottle, I tried to contact him today.
Oh really?
Yeah, to find out what it was. And so
I'm just going to take a wild stab that it's in the north and it's towards Hokkaido.
it's got to be in the north. Yeah.
Okay, we're just going to assume that that's in the non-question.
Yeah.
All right, so jumping to varieties though.
Yeah.
What variety choices do we have?
So similar. I think there's only like 3 or 4 varieties that are mass planting. So.
Yeah, right. Okay. So
I only looked up the one that this is.
All right. So.
But they do heaps of Merlot, heaps of Chardonnay.
Yeah.
and then a couple of other aromatic
grape varieties. So this is, it's definitely a white wine, like without doubt. If it was a red one, I would have just jumped straight to Labrusca. Sort of, it smells like a Labrusca. It smells like a basically Native American variety wine, but they have. It's not Zabibo. It's another. I know it.
It is like a
I know
Gordo.
it. Yeah, but it's on the tip of my tongue as well.
Koshu.
It's Koshu. This is Koshu. I don't believe you. I don't believe that this is Koshu. It is Koshu.
Yeah.
You're not meant to give me the answer.
Well, you're never gonna.
I was no. I knew. So I knew Koshu's an amazing grape variety.
Yeah.
They make massive berries.
Yeah.
But no, there's another one that I'm thinking of, but it's actually a pink wine.
That's
it's
it.
got
That's
Sabella or something.
No, pink.
Weird.
Koshu's pink as well, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Things that we don't. And it is.
What Wikipedia told me today.
So is Koshu a native Japanese?
Yeah.
So it's always grown in Japan.
Yeah. From what I saw on Wikipedia.
Yeah,
Laura can find out more
It
about.
was Merlot.
It'd be cool if it was.
a genuinely white milk. Is it white? Is it white?
Can we show?
All right.
Yeah, yeah,
let's
I know,
show it, let's
you know,
show it. Okay, in
How
terms
we
of
going? How we going-
vintage,
how we
it's
going
like,
for time?
It's like, we got,
Yeah.
that's 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes to chat. Yeah, it's like, Laura, can you read the front?
Yeah, because there's a translation in English.
Do you know what it says? do you know what it says on the front?
This is too good.
I got
This is
it.
too
Yeah,
good.
no, you tell the story because someone's already commented on what it is.
Cuvée Comorebino.
So I took a photo today of the front label.
Yasekobo.
When I translated it.
That is, and is it? Oh man, no, it could well be. It could well be because it is. What if this is Merlot? I would eat my hat. It means wild. Yeah. Can I show that to the camera? So this is one of those really cool apps that is it hiragana, katakana, that translates. It means wild geese.
But it could be Merlot because
Well, it just says at the back, it actually says Negro.
yeah, but I thought that was the address.
Oh, it could be.
And I think this word here actually says
so
grape.
good. That means grape. Cuvée grape.
And then is it Yamamoto? What is it? I don't.
Oh, he brings it. Show it at the back.
Oh, Yuko, thank you so much for chiming in. I'm going to try to. Can you make out what that is?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say the grape variety on it that I can work out. I tried to do that today. I should have actually just rung Yuko. It would have been easier.
That was the address. Well, while we're gonna. This is a really
cool.
fun one.
It's
This
really
is a very
pretty.
cool.
So
This is
maybe it
very
could be a
cool.
blend.
It's like Zabibo and Merlot had a love child.
But yeah, it's got that little pink tinge to it.
It does, it does.
It smells and tastes like a pink wine.
It does. No, very much. Do you want to have a look at that?
Cool label.
Jane and
So
Barker.
anyway,
So-
Mr. Yamamoto-san owns the bar, and he brought it to the winery and gave it to me. And I was like, oh, fuck, let's do something really interesting.
That is such an interesting wine. That's okay. It is a scrumptious wine as well. Like there's not like a high acid like
No,
quality, but it's a very
and
drinkable like
that's what I
quality.
was saying. Like sometimes I see them and the pH looks too high and they look really soapy and kind of nondescript. Whereas they'll make really cool pet nat because it gives it kind of mid palate and that the CO2 adds hardness or kind of gives complexity.
Yeah,
But that looks great. That's a cool little wine.
that's a very cool wine. That is.
Yeah.
Would you say that this has big label energy?
No.
No, we're not going to crack out
We
that.
need another one, like obscure winemaker wine.
The one the bit I'm struggling with it is that cork is kind of taking over a little bit.
It has been kissed.
It disappears and then it comes back again, and then I'm like
a Jeffrey.
you're just kind of messing the palate up a bit.
All right. So, firstly, Lockie George for BK. Is there any more collab wine with Le Grappin in the near future?
No, but we might go and do something else with someone else.
He'll figure it out. Jaden Barker, hey Brendons, I have a question regarding yesterday in Kangaroo Island. Would Chacarello work over there, similar climate to Corsica, or would you have to look closer at the soil type or question mark? What would be your take on that? Chacarello? Isn't Chacarello just Isn't it Sangiovese? Just with a different name?
I don't think so.
I thought it was a synonym for Sangio. Chacarello.
Maybe we could find out.
We could find out. Wayne Graves is right in
And
front
when
of
the Kerner
us.
boys on, if the Kerner boys know.
Hey, if any of the Kerner boys are on, if Damo or Jono are on, Chacarello, is it a synonym
you're right.
for
I think you're right.
Sangiovese? I thought it was. It is like Corsican Sangio.
Yeah, I think it would work.
Look, my sort of point of view on it would be don't even look at soil type. There's no soil type like anything in Australia, and there's really no soil type like anywhere like Barolo or Bordeaux or Tuscany or anything like that, or Corsica. That they are their own soil types.
Yeah,
But
you're kind of forging your own path.
you have to, but the only thing you can actually look at would be something like climate. There are similar climates, rainfall rates, degree days, heat summations, and if you can pinpoint the same climate, and I kind of went with Sardinia with Kangaroo Island, and that was probably for the same reason that you've gone to Corsica, Jaden. I think, yeah, I'll be looking towards things that do really well on
and then
island.
clonal selection.
Yeah, and yeah, that's your next sort of step.
That
It's like
would be
what
the
cuttings are you
biggest-
taking from?
Yeah. Are they big bunches, small bunches? Are they made for bulk? Are they made for,
Yeah, like most
with-
Merlot
with-
clones in Australia.
Yeah, or we've done it with
Chardonnay clones.
Tempranillo.
Yeah.
It's the
All
big
the bulk clones.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the bigger ones, really. That people.
Sean Lau, BK, how dare you outdo me? Sean is determined to get all the big label energy lines on the show. So jump, man, you guys are just smashing that colour of that wild yeast added. I think it was wild yeast. It was Old World. Yeah, BK, Georgie Davidson Brown is chiming in saying that you have good spit. I think that's form, not flavour. I would say it's Japan Old World. Because you said it was Old World. Would it be regarded, what do you guys think? Is Japan Old World or New
Well,
World?
it has to be.
Surely it has to be
If you've got native grape varieties.
Koshu, right?
Yeah,
Koshu.
yeah.
Has been there for a very long time.
Yeah, yeah.
And who's is it Grace Vineyards? No, they're the ones in Thailand. That's Grace Vineyards is the one trying to doing Koshu, the grape variety.
Yeah, Mr. Fujimaki with Great Republic and stuff, they're doing some fucking heaps of cool shit. All the booze is wild. It's so good.
I like this Yuko, who's already shown a bunch of love for you already, says how do you have a Japanese on board tonight? That's so Yuko Frost will know, that's so good. Pink skin like Gree, yeah, absolutely. It's Muscat Bailey A. Bailey A is the one that I was thinking of. Yes, that is the one that I was thinking of.
Yes,
yeah.
that's the other. That's more common in the other region. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah, Grace Wine Co. Yeah, New World for sure. Oh, mate. So, I am pretty astounded with that. That is actually pretty. It feels that was the Muscat Bailey A was the sort of grape variety that I felt that it was sort of like leaning towards.
Which normally have more of a line of acidity through them, don't they, within Koshu? But
It certainly does. All right, so we're approaching. Should we get a head start on the next one? Should we just, are we just like rotating through wines?
well, but does anybody out there kind of drink or experiment with Japanese wine?
Have you guys tried much Japanese wine?
It's a cool place, and there's a lot of cool stuff happening.
Have you been to Japan and actually tried some Japanese wine as well? Because not a lot actually reaches Australia's shores. When we were in Hiroshima, and we went to a place, I was like, hey, I've this crazy idea. I think every winemaker that goes to
totally,
Japan
yeah,
is like,
exactly.
I want
Just
to make Japanese wine.
Oh no, I just want to try as much Japanese wine as I can while I'm here.
No, I went the next step. I was like, I just want to move here. I think it's a fantastic place. And I was like, I want to do Mount Fuji.
There has been a couple of discussions about collabs.
Oh,
yeah.
So I was like, we should totally do Mount Fuji Fiano because that would be dope. Next minute, a bottle appears out of nowhere. Someone's already thought of this.
Oh, really?
There is Mount Fuji Fiano.
No, there's not.
And it was utterly stunning. It was so good.
Oh, really?
It was by far the best thing I put in my mouth in a long time. Anyway,
And another good thing we got from Japan was the Japanese version of the farmer.
oh yeah, totally. So obviously, you'll be aware of biodynamics. You're aware of biodynamics. I feel this is a beer or perhaps a pet nap.
Fuck. Oh, sweet. It's even fizzy. Perfect.
Oh no, the sock!
That's a good shot, this one.
It was a good.
So happy to be here.
That is so good.
Do we need to rinse or are you?
Never had Japanese wine, didn't even know it was a thing. No, Japanese wine very much is a thing and it's utterly amazing, but they consume so much of it inside the country itself, it very rarely leaves the country.
But the selection of amazing wines in Japan from around the world, their acknowledgement and appreciation for wine is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, no, it is. It really is.
You know, if you're ever
wine
searching, if you're searching bottles you can never find anywhere else in the world,
you always find them in
you
Japan.
find them in Japan.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Believe that.
priced like
Yeah.
so well.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Because you guys travel there a lot. Do you?
Yeah, I'd like to go once a year for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
We totes had an awesome experience in a bar in Tokyo called Science Bar Incubator. Of course it was called that. The owner loved Australian and New Zealand wines and had a bottle of Shaw and Smith in his cellar and was so excited when we showed him the photo of the cellar door. That's so good. Terry Rawson, phone in the background again. Drink. Terry, you're just so keen. You're like ready to send it every single episode. Like, I just can't believe how into this you are. Try Japanese whiskey and it is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and fetching huge prices now, isn't it? It's the, you know, things are available 5 or 6 years ago just aren't.
Well, this is fun. This is really fun. Clean.
Old world or new world?
I'm gonna go New World.
Should I put it in the comments?
Should put in the comments. I'm gonna go New World with this.
Mhm.
Predominantly, my thinking behind it is that it's just not like if I see a lot of pet nat from overseas. Typically, it's taken a little while to get here, and this feels fresh.
That's
This
always
feels
been the
super
fault
fresh.
with most of those wines. You know,
Yeah.
I remember when we were making or bottling Pinot Grigio,
Yeah.
and then we're like, let's go and do a benchmark on other Pinot Grigios.
Yeah.
And everything's 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
like,
exactly. And so it's really hard to
I'm trying to imagine a modern version of it.
So maybe instead of going to Bali, you should just grab your bottles and go straight to France, and then hook up with a couple
September.
of mates. Yeah, that's September. No, I'm going to go New World with this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100% new world.
Cool, cool. All right, so where are we? What country? What are my options?
Californian, New Zealand, Australian.
Again, it's not California because it would have taken too long to come over, and it's the opposite season. It could be New Zealand, but I just feel it's Aussie.
Okay.
It's just so fresh, and because of the length on the palate's really quite a lot of bubble.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun, yeah, and it's super tight.
And this is kind of,
super
I
wicked.
think, kind of more aperitif.
Yeah, this is fun. I would consume. This is a very dangerous wine. I would consume bulk amounts of this wine. It's like okay. I really like this wine. This is the type of pet nat I could really grab. Like this is, you know, because the whole concept of pet nat was really about buying like a dozen or like a 6-pack.
Yeah.
And then drinking them throughout the warmer seasons, and you crescendo. You know, if you wanted to age and mature longer, you could.
Yeah,
But
and then
they all were all different. They're all
And then I always think of pet nat as that's how champagne would have been traditionally.
Well, you look at Col Fondo. Col Fondo styles of Italian sparkling
Yeah.
is literally like champagne method minus the expedition.
Yeah.
Minus the actual or it's got tirage. What's the other one? It's the disgorgement.
Disgorge, yeah.
This is wicked fun.
And it's Friday, so.
And it's yeah, that's right. It's Friday. We made it through the week. This is wicked.
Day to day.
This is really, really good. This is really good. I'd have a lot of fun with this. I feel this is the drink that makes Aperol better. I think this is Aperol. You don't even need beer when you need this. This is too good. All right, so countries. It's Australia.
Australia, yeah.
Yep. And what are states?
Queensland,
No.
Tasmania,
Maybe.
South.
South. I feel this is south, and I'm going to go straight to. No, not even going to do that. What are my regions, sub-regions? I think it's hills. I just think it's hills. but
It's hills.
It's hills. Okay. And variety. I'm actually leaning towards. You mentioned Pinot Gris. I'm actually leaning towards Pinot Gris on this one. It's either a Pinot Gris or a Chard, but it's just got this. Do you know much about the winemaking behind this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is there a component of Saignée in this, like a Saignée method? Because there's that sort of like sort of confection doughiness to it that's really quite appealing.
No.
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 I think it's Pinot Gris.
It's apple cider.
Fucking serious?
Yeah, it's the first time I've made apple cider.
Where's yours?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. That is so
It's only
good.
been a bottle 3 weeks.
That is so good.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is an amazing drink.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it, so I'm kind of stoked.
That's awesome.
I don't want to fucking make it about my wine, but I was like, oh, this
That
will be
is
fun.
so
You guys will
good.
get it. It'll be interesting to have a look at.
That is so good.
Yeah.
So you're gonna expand out like apple cider? Is this 2019 vintage?
2019.
Did you keeve it?
No.
No. So it was just basically you like scratted. You
Yep,
scratted,
pressed it, barrel fermented it, and when it had 10 grams, bottled it.
Or when it had 10 grams,
Yeah.
you bottle it a la Petnat.
Yeah. Yeah, I just use that technique on the technique I know that works.
It was like, here's the 10, the nice round number, the 1 and the 0.
Yeah, yeah.
Just put it in the bottle and let it rip.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It's yum.
That is
How
yum.
much did you make?
It's 900 litres, I think. 700
Wow.
litres.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we took over 300 apple trees a year ago
Yeah.
in Basket Range.
See, this is the wonderment of the sport that is blind tasting. I literally just picked an apple cider as a wine.
Well, it's made by a winemaker, so that kind of happens, doesn't it?
That's really
Not made by a brewer, I guess.
What's the ABV on it? It's not sweet, no, and I wouldn't call it bone dry either. It's like the acidity is not so pronounced.
Yeah, a 7.3.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Alcohol.
Yeah. Wow. So this is you also
So they were the 300 trees were all heritage listed, and they're taken from Tasmania, from the orchard down there. So it's 7 different cider apples, and it was planted 10 years ago. But the guy that planted it was old and didn't want to continue with it, and I went and asked where I could buy some apple trees, some cider apple trees from, and they said, well, you can lease this property if you want. I was like, well, it's a little bit more than I expected than 4 trees in my backyard. But yeah, Lauren, who works for me here, and I have just been, it's always been
Yeah.
farmed organically, so we've just continue that. And yeah, I thought we would be harvesting them now, but we got home from Japan and the birds were starting to hammer them, and we
Yeah.
just picked them. I was like,
Straight
I don't
away.
want to lose them all.
But
And,
if it came in a healthy 7.
yeah, but the apples are so dry and so small and so woody.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck, we're not going to get any juice out of this. So we did get the 700 litre. I think it's either 700 or 900, but it's about a ton and a half.
And do you
That's
use
not a
lemon?
lot of that amount of trees. That is not a lot.
No, but they always kind of no, exactly. The trees had been pretty neglected.
Did you scrat and then because
Scrader chucked
And then
it in
left
with
them?
Pinot Racus,
yeah.
and then pressed it like a day later.
You chucked it over Pinot Racus.
Yeah, just to stop that kind of cake.
Yeah.
Because you've sent me something about once upon a time where you decided to press. I think it was
Direct press.
like strawberries or cherries.
Oh, cherries. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then the last time I tried to make cider, I made epic apple cider vinegar.
Was that intended?
No, what it was is that it just turned to pulp, and then when I tried to press it, it was like pressing calf shit. And I just had to leave it in the press for
Just hitting the
like
roof.
for 3 days,
So good.
and it went volatile as fuck. And from 2 ton, I got 1 barrique.
This guy seriously painted the roof with cherry. It was so good in the old basket press, the old Maury. That was awesome. Yuko's been having a flu shot this entire time watching us, so that's fantastic. For a short week, it's been really long. I agree with you, Jiki.
Yes,
It's been really long,
totally.
and it's actually
Totally.
we definitely we need this. We need this right now. This is too good. No, it's 2020. All right, we have 15 minutes left. I'm glad we took so long. Like we got onto this one nice and quickly because there was plenty of chatter around this. We've got another one.
It's fun, eh?
That's super fun. This guy.
When's it coming out?
This guy. When is it coming out? When can we purchase this?
A label's just been finished. This awesome chick on Instagram, I contacted her and she's. I'll let people know the name of the artist. She's fucking rad. And so she's done the label, and now we're. I just need to go to labeling, and I got to get enough wines together to try and justify labeling costs.
Yeah, we feel you.
Make
So-
it all work. So.
Everyone in the description, I've actually linked out
September we'll.
release that.
Yeah.
I've linked out to BK Wines directly in the description of the Facebook page. Sorry,
Yeah.
Instagram, we can't really sort of link out so much at the moment. But jump onto the Facebook page, go straight up to BK Wines. Of course, when you support really small winemakers right now, it literally, like, before you think you're doing really great, supporting, and you are, but right now you're doing literally like everything for them to, support them either directly or indirectly via the numerous indie retail that have been basically. We don't deal with anything other than,
Yeah, finish that.
I will. Yeah, thanks.
Friday.
You are definitely well and truly supporting them and actually keeping them alive, keeping them around. So jump up to the description and pick up some of BK stuff. The wines are, like, it doesn't matter what you get, the wines are insane. Like, that's something that you've actually been pretty passionate about. Like, I've never had not a banger from you guys. You've always, Ooh.
Pendleton represent.
All right. At this point, I do, because we are running out of time, because this is a shortened show. We do have Henry jumping on with Applewood. We do something a little bit fun here at the same time. So we've got a couple of wines open up, and I'm very excited about this wine. This is pretty. I'm feeling this has a bit of Big Label energy to it. However, I feel Big Label energy needs our junk food wine. So, do you have any dietaries?
No.
Great. What are your favourite junk foods? Do you like shapes?
Salty.
Ooh, okay. Okay, salty. Okay. So we've been doing this thing where
Actually. Yeah, okay, so, yep. I have something to go with it.
Oh, really? Really? Oh, no, this is so good. Fuck.
So, this is
All right, I don't care what's happening right now. BK gets a little Big Label energy right now, because, like, we didn't plan for this to happen. I think Big Label cheese, Big Label energy happens right now. It just is simply. I mean, I've got Nobby's pork crackle.
Now that goes perfectly with cider, so I actually fucking forgot about it.
Oh man, it's so good. I can smell it from here. It's so
man.
good. Oh man. Oh, I'm
Just
so
put
glad
them
you-
on a little wrapper thing here, and we'll make a little thing out of it,
Yeah, that's
like a platter.
This is the reason why we needed that shot, the big Brendon, little Brendon, because I just can't outdo you when you just bring shit like this.
Wow, now
that
that's
is awesome.
Silegio from Kermit, Section 28.
Oh, we've been trying to get Kim Masters on for a little while, but I think
so those guys have basically had to shut now.
yeah,
because,
of course, yeah.
And all of these kind of soft cheeses that he needs to release right now, he's got to get them out there.
Yeah.
So he came and visited the other day, and we swapped some cheese for some wine.
Oh, we should give him a
Yeah.
tingle.
Yeah.
You know? All right, so do we have some crackers? Can we get some? Of it? Yeah, we should have some. We closed the whole bar up. We should have some crackers. Holy crap, dude! All right.
Oh, so good. I feel like I've been eating this every day for the last 5 days.
This is where our calorie counts come from.
This is the world's best toasted sandwiches from this.
What was it? What was the name of the cheese?
Taleggio.
Taleggio. Taleggio, isn't it?
Yeah, T-A-L-E.
Taleggio, like Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So, kind of in France it would be kind of Munster, soft cheese, kind of.
Because he does mountain style, sort of they call them semi-hards. They're not really, he doesn't do a lot of hardcore cheddars and stuff like that.
Well, Monforte was kind of his.
Monforte was his.
And
Yeah.
I've been working with Kim for
wow.
5 years now, I think, and every year he takes the Pet Nat Lees and does a wash rind with it. And it just, it's funny because him and I have always looked at Sauvignon with the style of cheese he makes, like the Comté style. 7-unit Compti, perfect match. Even Australian style with the Australian style of wine as well.
There's winter. You know how people like put on a bit of weight during winter.
Yeah.
There's winter fat. I
Yeah.
feel there's going to be some COVID fat.
I think there's government warnings about it.
All right, folks, so we've got a couple of things going on right now. We have the most epic cheese ever. With our junk food wine match, we have some blind tasting going on.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
more do you want, people? Are you not entertained?
Like a combo thing.
We realised that
smooth, a bit of crunch.
people were drinking at, eating at home. We were trying to say, basically go and cook,
Yeah.
something utterly amazing while you're at home. And indeed, but when I was last weekend and, got to practice what I preach, right?
Yeah.
Did a bunch of cooking, but what I really craved was just some junk food. Sitting Netflix, just couldn't be bothered. Then I realised we should be matching wine to some of these foods, and we've had some amazing, interesting matches.
Yeah. It's yeah, but we've got the best takeaways we've ever had in our lives right now. So we should be supporting small businesses eating this incredible takeout.
Well, seriously, we went down to Orso, and I
Yeah.
was blown away with this gorgonzola pasta thing that just I couldn't describe it. It was just pure awesome deliciousness. But the wine, that smells next. Have you got some of this?
That's
You
pretty,
all need some of this.
Yeah.
This is making me very excited. This has a class to it. There is a degree of oak use here that is incredibly intelligent. That's incredibly layered. That is stupidly high quality. And very young.
It is. It's tight as fuck. Good.
Super young.
That kind of, it doesn't have that kind of stinky reduction. It's just got that.
No, this is super fun. This is
It's already a bottle that you want to spend the rest of the evening with because you want to see its development.
you can't go home. I'm sorry, Kirsten, but we're not sending him home because he can just stay with us permanently. We're gonna make this BKBC thing happen. No, seriously. Okay, so old world, new world. Ooh, it's rough with this. It's rough with this grape variety because this is such a pliable variety that you can move it into the realms of being old world.
The best variety.
We can talk about that.
I'm just so obsessed with this variety. I always have been.
Seriously, this is I'm gonna drink so much of this. All right, so firstly, ooh, okay, I think I'm very underconfident with the.
I
the
like
first
I
question.
like that the new world is now starting to catch up to the old world in that because they're dealing with a whole understanding the heat, which
Yeah.
we've been dealing with that for a long time. We've
Wow.
already worked out how the heat creates complexity, and we can, whether we leave the wines longer on lees or less time on lees, and this is all new to them, and they're talking about it like it's a revelation, but it's what we've been dealing with for years.
Now I'm just saying, the last couple of nights that we've done this junk food wine match thing, we've just happened to have amazing booze on the table to be able to
Yeah.
match with it. I think when it comes to pork crackle, this wine is dope. But in particular, this cheese is even better. I think you've matched the junk
No,
food.
I
to the-
think
it's not junk food though.
I think you need the combination is where it comes together.
Okay, we'll try
Because
this.
one
My
of the
calories, not yours.
One of the all-time best matches is champagne and fried chicken.
With champagne and cheesels.
Yeah. Well, there you go. See.
Yeah.
We did Cadbury though, and Cherry Creek.
Okay.
So that which these guys have heard multiple times how much I've bragged about it because it is that much of an amazing match. This here I feel is I feel it's New World. And no, that's because I want to say it's Old World, but the thing is I just feel the fruit is a little bit too vibrant for it to be.
I see. My thing
But
is,
it feels Old World. I really want to say it's Old World.
I'm shit at blind tasting because I never trust what I think.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
oh, you fuck, you're trying to trick me. so I don't go with what I know. And then as soon as the answer comes out, and I was like, fuck, that was my first answer. I didn't go with my instinct.
So we have this thing called the power move.
Yeah.
We have this thing called the power move, which is, and I should have employed it multiple times in the last 29 days, where basically I smell it and
just say it. Yeah.
just say what you think it is.
Yeah.
Because there was 3 times where I actually had picked up the exact wine just from the smell. Because that would be the glory move, right? That would be the ultimate power move. I'm not confident enough to do it with this because I'm so torn between like Meursault, sort of really like Corton Charlemagne, like really sort of generous Burgundy, and Australian.
Yeah.
I don't think it's New Zealand, and I definitely don't think it's California. But I would say it's either going to be, I'm either going to be completely wrong, and you've opened up one of the most baller, amazing Burgundies that I've seen in a very long time, or this is a very amazing balance.
Gardy's brought in this wine from Californian wine producer called John Raychek, and fucking still the best name ever. but he makes fucking incredible Californian Chardonnay, tight as fuck, and that yeah. Anyway, it's Old World.
Okay, so we're gonna go down the baller part. Yeah, right. Okay. I like how like considered BK was, because literally we asked guests to say bring a wine for blind tasting. BK bought 3, and there's been a very considered path of like what am I going to bring on, and food, and like I'm just saying that whatever guests we actually get on have a really high fucking bar that's been set.
No, it's Friday though.
Yeah, but it's Friday, so next Friday is my 30th.
Shit. Okay.
So Laura, I expect you to bring the things. All right, so it's Old World. I mean, it's French. I'm just going to jump straight to saying whatever countries you're going to give me next, it's French.
100%.
100%. Yeah. Okay, and it's Burgundy.
Or was it Macron?
No, it's Burgundy.
It's Burgundy.
It's just like that's like straight to it. Oh, it is. Okay, inside. Because there's an extra level when you go into this sort of.
No,
array
let's
wines,
not,
like-
because otherwise that's where it becomes the wine nerd, not the
Yeah.
consumer. You know, you
Yeah.
and I we could go sub-region, we could go
Into, like,
vintages,
yeah.
we could go, you know.
It's an amazing white berg. It's of the class of Meursault, Corton, Charlemagne, or what's the B one? Starts with B. The other robust, big one.
Well,
It's a big,
no, it's see, because I'm a Meursault fan.
It's amazing. It's an amazing wine. It's an amazing wine.
How enough time?
Super young. We have a minute.
Minute?
But no,
Should we
it's
do a reveal on it?
No.
Ah, okay.
I'm sorry, Henry. I know you're watching right now, but this is one of the most amazing wines I've had in a long time. This is okay. It's Chardonnay, 100%. It's 2017.
It's south of Bone.
It's south of Bone. It's Côte,
Yep.
not Côte d'Or. No.
Oh,
What is it? What's the reveal? Let's do the reveal. All right. It's
Thanks
pretty easy
to-
if you're not going like this. I actually thought could have been.
thanks to
an
John
amazing-
O'Hershey for bringing this in.
Really, Montrachet, Chef Saint Montrachet. That's amazing.
So fucking good.
That hits so high,
It's
so
a
high.
It's fucking such a good
What would be
wine.
the retail on this?
It's,
Can you actually buy this in
yeah,
Australia?
yeah.
Through-
Jono brings it in.
John O'Hershey, so
Yeah,
he's
the French wine.
French
French wine centre. Yeah.
French wine centre. Seriously, this is
So good.
If you
And
if you
value
want-
for money. You know, it's not in the high end.
If you want to know what high end tastes like, though, this
Totally.
is
No,
this is
yeah. To say it's not in the high end, it's not in the high end value pricing.
Yeah, pricing wise.
it's
But if-
definitely
if-
punches above its weight.
Yeah, and that
Big
is
time.
probably one of the amazing things. And you know, keep in mind sort of relative values here. But seriously, this is if oh wow, that's such an amazing wine. That's
Jono's working hard. He's doing a good job.
That,
Give him some credit.
yeah, no, absolutely, an amazing credit. We haven't had Jono Hersey on. Maybe we should have Jono Hersey. Jono, if you're chiming in,
Yeah, there's a 30th next Friday.
it's. I want to see more of this. This is amazing. This is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Because like I don't think in Australia we really get, you know, we're right down the bottom of the entire planet where.
Yeah, I had a good, my good friend Lyndon in Melbourne. We talked about this a bit. It's there's definitely a breakdown in wines in Australia that are brought in that are a necessity. I think there's certain wines that are a necessity and are essential and conscientious wines that bring something to, you know, to the consumer, to the market, rather than just cheap, shitty piss to fill a hole.
Yeah, for sure.
I think wines need to be considered, you know, as we hopefully do when we make them.
Yeah.
It should be the job of the importer to be bringing in wines like that as well.
I think he's done outrageously well. Outrageously well. Michel Nion. Do we know much about Michel Nion? Or
I did a little bit of research today on them.
He's from the Coteau.
Jono said it's in page 36 of my portfolio. He only sent me 17 pages. So
good.
So I
so good.
yeah. So not a really old family, but a strong family doing some pretty cool stuff there. Most of the reviews on the wines I've seen have been really good.
Yeah.
And again, it's just really fucking good wine. Without, and that's where we struggle a bit here in Australia, because Australian, especially Chardonnays, are quite well priced.
Yeah.
And there's a gap between the consumer that's spending really high money on them and understanding that.
Huh? That's that. Yeah, that's right. Maybe people are wanting me to drink some more. That is utterly incredible. That is, I reckon that you've just started like a petition, a genuine petition to get Jono Hersey on here. I think Jono should come on here. I've not actually had the joy of meeting Jono before.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
All I have known that
I try and meet him every Wednesday at the Crayfors for lunch for steak frites.
So all I have known is that he's by far the best person to drink with ever. That is the thing going around in Adelaide. Is
And
that,
white
that
Burgundy.
is- no, I think generally anything. Cause
White Burgundy. Well, I demand that we only drink white Burgundy.
On that note, I don't want to cut into Henry's time anymore. Mate, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for opening up some utterly amazing booze, utterly amazing cheese, sharing utterly amazing stories, and getting a bit of a rally for our next guest on as well. That is, guys, seriously, like this is, if you don't have the disposable income to be able to try what some of the top end of Burgundy are doing,
it's probably 10% price wise.
Right.
I looked
really
this up on
exciting.
I looked this up on Wine Searcher and stuff, at about $90 Australian.
Fudge knuckle.
That's cheap as chips.
That is insane, because like I was referencing sort of producers that may have been in the 300s to 400s and further. As well.
It might be. I think probably max 150.
Guys, this is if you want to see what
It's hard when you look at Wine Searcher. It depends what's
Yeah.
going on with the dollar and everything.
irrespective, this is amazing value and really well jumping on. And thank you so much for opening it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back same time tomorrow night, even though it's a weekend.
So we did Australia, France.
yeah, we did Australia, France, and Japan.
Exactly.
This is the variety that you get on this show, courtesy of
wide
this
tour.
gentleman right here. Guys, thank you so much, and we'll catch you tomorrow night. Thank you so much again.
Cheers,
Cheers.
man. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers glasses, aren't we?
Do it. Is
I don't
it- is
know,
that like
I don't know. Is that?
No, fuck it. Boom. You didn't see that. It was below the table.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Cool.